Okay, guys, so I'm gonna talk about my experience trying to do a dopamine detox. So far, I'm 1 month into it. I want to say the first couple of weeks was the hardest. I realized how addicted I was to my phone. It's really, really difficult challenge if you want to do this, but I think it brings you back into a state that you're kind of like, okay, well, you enjoy the little things, like just a walk feels like amazing. You start feeling grateful, more grateful for things that you have, where and you have way more time too. So I feel like when I was on my phone consuming so much content, I just felt like, I'm like, where did the last year go? Well, yeah, you were just, you know, vegging out on your phone. You're just literally consuming cheap content. So what I learned from this is that once you eliminate that cheap dopamine, chasing the real dopamine, high quality dopamine, becomes more attainable. And that's like working out. That's like actually talking to women in real life. Um, those type of dopamines, right? Learning skills, just doing work in general. That's more like high effort, right? So um, working out just became very enjoyable. Doing just activities in general felt enjoyable. I feel like I didn't want to go for walks. I didn't want to really talk to people. There was your My dopamine receptors were just fried at that point. So like going to hang out with friends, I was just like, oh, do I really want to go out? Like, do I really want to get dressed up? Do I really want to go? You know, put in an effort. So I want to say after week two, I realized that putting in an effort just to be a normal human didn't feel too bad. Felt like I was kind of becoming normal again. Whereas as time progressed, it just created more momentum. And then from there, I'm just kind of like, the moment I wasn't like just actively like clicking on an app and just like, how did I get here? It was more intentional afterwards. I was kind of like more, okay, do I want to go on this? So you start to realize those patterns. Do I suggest this challenge? Yes, I highly suggest it because it definitely changes your perspective on your life, and I feel like it improves the quality of your life, and you're more likely to take on bigger challenges when you do a dopamine detox and you're not just chasing cheap dopamine. So that's my experience from it. I feel like right now I'm at a point in my life where I definitely need to take on bigger challenges and just overall more risk. And to do that, I have to prep myself and build some momentum. And the way to do that is through this challenge, by this dopamine detox challenge. So it's been working so far, and I think that, like I said, the biggest challenge is making sure that you set boundaries or parameters where it's like foolproof to not be on your phone. The best quote I ever heard about this is, it's better to avoid the devil than to resist it. So like, it's better to avoid temptation than to resist it. Same thing. And what that basically means is, if you're like, okay, I'm gonna sleep with my phone right next to me, but I got the willpower to not hop on my phone. Trust me, if you're addicted to your phone and you're addicted to that cheap dopamine, you're gonna rationalize in your brain in one way or another why you should go on your phone. And if you're not rationalizing it, you're just gonna instinctually be on there and you're like, you're gonna stay up late. That's another thing I should mention, is that once I stopped being on my phone 24/7, I was getting better quality sleep. So I just was like, let me just go to bed. Like, you just start kind of like, and then ideas, you get way better ideas because you just be like, who the heck am I? Because you're not really like thinking, right? You're not really like alone with your thoughts. You're constantly consuming other people's ideas and all the shit that they're saying, but you're never alone with your own thoughts. So the moment you kind of stop consuming a lot of content, stop playing video games, you're just like present with yourself. You start kind of finding yourself. You start kind of realizing, okay, who am I? What do I want to do with my life? And then from there, like I said, effort seems, you could do more difficult things because the dopamine reward seems more rewarding than if you were just like, well, why am I gonna go to the gym when I could just have the same dopamine hit from like getting on social media and just scrolling for like 2 hours. So that is my experience. I'm kind of curious if you guys are kind of on that. I know there's so many different what do you call that? So many different gurus out there that are like they'll say like, different, they call it different things, but basically we all know that being on your phone 24/7 is not good. Watching movies all day when you got shit to do is not good. Playing video games all day is not good. Being, watching porn and instead of talking to girls is not good. You got to go out there, you got to earn your dopamine, you got to work out, you got to meet people, put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and that's the real type of dopamine that you want. And that's the dopamine that's going to give you a better quality of life. And yeah, that's my experience so far. So I'm a month in. I can't even imagine what 6 months is going to look like. I can't imagine what a year is going to look like. But I'm excited. I'm excited because I feel like this kind of gives you like that hope for a future where you're not like just time slipping by. What am I doing in my life? You're more focused. You're more dialed in. And like I said, there's like a switch that goes off. So hopefully that happens for you guys. Hopefully you guys, focus in and don't give in to the temptation of that cheap dopamine. And I'm kind of curious if you guys are trying it or you guys are going to try it. Comment down below. The whole premise, the whole idea of this channel is for me just to build community around people that are like-minded, that are trying to improve themselves. Because we live especially in America. In America, there's like little to no community. So I'm trying to build my community online. I'm trying to outsource it because I live in a small town in the Central Valley here in California. So I'm always complaining about how there's not enough people that are like-minded. So I was like, let me, we have the internet. It doesn't. Nothing has to be local. You could outsource it. You could, cast a bigger net. So this is my attempt to cast a bigger net and find and reach more people that are like-minded. So if you guys are like-minded, subscribe and like this video. And then, like I said, comment down below what your guys' journey right now as far as like just trying to elevate your life and avoid cheap dopamine and just improve your life. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.